Welcome back, everyone, to the Weekly Weeb. I'm Hugo.
And I'm full Animix.
And we're just going to get straight into it. This is a momentous week for us. This is the first week you have actually watched more shows than me.
Granted, I did watch all of them, like, within 48 hours.
That's still better than me.
I don't know how, like, what have you been doing?
So, look, I'm going to be honest. I may have rewatched the first episode of My Hero, like, 2 times already. So, like, I've wasted a clear hour watching that. But the Stars and Stripes fight is fucking awesome. And I regret nothing.
I really liked it. I did watch that.
It was... Oh, it was so... I fucking was so happy about... I was like, I'm so glad it wasn't.
I'm going to be honest,
at the very start,
I was just... At the very start, there was just a bunch of characters going across the screen. I'm like, yeah, I know none of these people. Like, they were all villains and stuff. And they're just showing us, like, we're supposed to know who they are, but I don't know them. One of them is, like, Morning Dr. Doofenshmirtz, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then there's Toga and stuff, and then that was it.
Yeah, you honestly, you should have rewatched, or you should have watched Memories, because it would have probably given you
fucking
more or less
watching
everything.
Memories.
Yeah, but it would have just given you
stupid.
everything, and you wouldn't have had to have watched 5-6 seasons of
I didn't have to watch
My
anything.
Hero.
I just wanted to go into it. Honestly,
I
I
mean-
would have accepted the old, like, fucking Izuku monologue that we get every season.
Yeah, no, that was the thing I was dreading hearing, and I was gonna fucking punch a wall if that happened. Like, I was there, like, I've watched Memories, and I'm assuming that because Memories was like, next we're going to introduce Stars and Stripes, I'm like, well, next week you're starting the show, so I'm assuming we get to skip that whole Rizuku Himdoria, new Vigilante bullshit, because...
That was Rizuku Midoriya.
Honestly, no, I would have lost my shit if I had gotten a Izuku, like, monologue.
Imagine if, like, One Piece came out, like, seasonally, and we had, like, the Pirate King intro every single time.
Oh my god!
But you don't know what that is.
No, but you'd have like three episodes of like fucking monologuing just to introduce a season if that was the case. Be like, let me catch
No,
you
there
up
are
on the
segments
last
in the
fucking,
show where it does, like,
900.
monologue for 5 minutes. But, like, it's explaining story that's off-screen. So it's, like, acceptable.
I was trying to do the maths. I completely forgot to actually fucking do it though, because I think I did the maths roughly for like how much I need to watch a week to actually consume it within a year.
It's 4.
No, because it's 1,000 episodes.
Yeah, like 1,000 and 1,100 and I think 3.
So if I wanted to do it
It's
inside,
4.
inside of a year?
It's 4. You have
That's
to watch
4 a
4
day.
episodes a day.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
4 episodes a day. Jesus.
I accept your apology. I was
Christ.
right.
I was thinking like
You were gonna say like 3 or something,
No,
or
I
like
was gonna
3.5. I'm like,
no, I was gonna say like weekly. I need to watch like 20 fucking episodes of it.
do you know what 4 episodes is?
Yeah, no, I'm well aware. It's hell on earth.
No, it's an hour and a half. It's an hour and a half of your day just watching One Piece. That's it.
Yeah, but instead of
Actually,
doing that,
it's probably about 2 hours, actually.
but instead of doing that, I could rewatch fights from Jujutsu Kaisen.
You
As I have done
could
this
go fuck
week.
yourself. You could go fuck...
I
I haven't even finished season 2.
Oh my god, dude, finish that for fuck's sake! Like, fuck your One Piece for a couple weeks. Play your catch up
I don't
later.
know.
Watch JJK.
This happens every single time when I watch shows. I get invested into it and then I go, yep, that's enough for today. And then I never watch it again.
Oh,
You're
no,
lucky I
like-
don't do this with slime. Because I would 100%
Oh, no.
fucking drop this shit if I was watching this when it was all released at once. I'm going like, nope.
Honestly, nah, because like I feel like I fucking could drop Slime, especially because I haven't watched the latest episode, but I saw your tweet referring
Dude,
to the
we
fact it's
are
another
the
table.
biggest fucking gaslighters of Slime fans ever. Like,
No,
going like,
no, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
this shit will be hype, man. This shit will be fucking hype. 5 episodes later, it's fucking politics.
No, literally, no. I saw your tweet, and I was like, oh, I'm just not gonna fucking worry about watching this episode. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. I was
You
like,
don't need next
guys need
episode.
some
You
time.
do episode 6. You do episode 6. You can literally watch episode 1 and then skip straight to 6.
fucking
That's
what
what's
a waste
gonna
of
happen.
fucking.
Bro, it was just talking, man. It was
Oh,
all dialogue.
we were so excited for nothing.
I know we're gassing up this show for nothing.
Honestly, you'd think we would have been sponsored up until this point by them.
No, we'll get unsponsored for the amount of shit we went through.
We're free from the NDAs now. It's fine. It sucks. I'm literally
like-
studying politics, and I can't even say this is that interesting.
But like, it's difficult because it's really obvious about like what they're doing. They're really dragging this out to be 24 episodes when it really just doesn't need to be.
It kind of feels like they must have like such a specific point they're going to end this at, and that's why they're doing that though. Because like, surely there's enough that you could actually make 24 episodes of quite a good story. But it's like, nah, we're just going to get to a certain point. It feels like they're just going to be like, yeah, we're going to get to this point. Show's probably not going to come back after that. And it's like, yeah, because you made fucking 5 episodes about talking at a table.
But like, I'm still hopeful it'll be good because I'll still watch it. Like, I still have a very soft spot for Slime. It's just for people continuing this show straight after season 2 is a fucking drag.
Yeah.
It is a drag. Not one of those drag races. Drag is in like disturbing. Actually, no, I'm not gonna go there. It's a bit too far. It's slow, alright. It's fucking slow.
Like literally, I'm just there. Like, I don't know if I want to watch the new episode. I'm gonna watch it, but I will wait for the next one to come out and then go, cool. I'll watch them in one hit and accept it's like an hour of slime.
I don't even remember what happened in episode 1. I'm completely disaware of this show.
Rimuru came back to the Forest Jura, and they said we need to throw a party.
I know what happens, but I don't know any dialogue that happens in it. Actually, no, now I remember. He announced to everyone again that he's a demon lord because he didn't already do that in the previous season.
We have to remind people, you know. It's been a while.
Yeah, we have to get the Izuku Himdoria for Slime.
Yeah.
I'm just over it.
It is so annoying. It is really annoying because it's just like
this is like what happens with like light novels as well. They really drag out sometimes.
See, and this is why I
Because
just don't read.
I don't know if you noticed something, but Moonlit Fantasy was also a light novel.
Oh, that's why it sucks ass.
A lot of these shows are actually light novels.
Actually, on the topic of Tsukamichi, I'd like to quickly put out a disclaimer to Crunchyroll. If there is a way that you can make it so that I can remove something from a top pick for you list, that would be fucking fantastic. Because seeing smug Tsukamichi's fucking face every time I open this fucking website is getting a bit annoying. It's like, we think that you'd really like this, and it's like the #1 thing in the list. So every time I open up this fucking website, it's just, you would like Tsukamichi, and I'm like, I really don't. I'm like, I really don't fucking like Tsukamichi. You can Suka fuck off, like, please. It's just not enough.
You can Moonlit piss.
Oh, you can Moonlit suck my dick. It's just not okay. It is. It just annoys me that I can't even remove it from the recommended that they're giving me, and I'm like, I don't want it, guys. I'm like, I can't block it. Let me block it.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
No, I just have to look at him every fucking time. And I'm like, when will you realise I don't want to watch this show? Like, when will you realise I watched 3 episodes of this show, or like 4 episodes of this show, and went with, nah, I'm good.
Nah.
Stopped. Don't worry. I can accept that One
Brother
Piece
thought
is
it
on
was
that
him,
list.
but he wasn't. Yeah, just watch One Piece.
If One Piece was maybe my number 1 recommended, you know, but I can't trust that recommended list at the moment.
But just do it.
I will.
Accept your
I
troubles.
will. We'll make a whole thing of it. We'll make it like a monthly segment where I recap the
What,
20
like-
episodes I've watched and we discuss them.
Would it be 20 episodes? No, you'd be over. You'd finish 100 episodes in a month.
Oh god, yeah, I would. Oh god.
Yeah.
Nah, we'll drag it out. I'll watch like an episode a day.
The fucking
We'll
don't. You're not
milk this.
watching an episode a day. You're not wasting fucking like what is it? 3 years of your life trying to catch up.
By the time I've watched an episode a day, it's probably closer to 4.
Dude, it'll be finished. It'll be finished.
Worth it. I might get there in time for the finale.
Guys, I experienced it in the true anime fashion.
But yeah.
Watching it all at once.
Oh, that would be the fucking best watch party to do, though.
Just watch all of it.
Sits through 1,000 episodes.
The
of
stream
fucking
will
One
not
Piece.
end until we finish.
The stream won't end till One Piece ends. But yeah. I mean, I know. There's a show that you want to talk about.
I
Good
know. I
old-
was just about to say it's been 12 minutes and we haven't even talked about it.
Yeah, we got Mr. Rudius.
Fucking peak reincarnation. Jobless peak incarnation. I'm trying my best. Anyway, this fucking episode, man, was fucking poggers. I fucking love this shit, man. This is what we need. We need fucking sauce. We need flavor. You know what I'm saying? We need, let me hear it, character development. And what did we get? We got character development. This is
See-
all I need. Any isekai show ever can be good if it just had character development.
Except for Tsukimichi.
Yeah, maybe except for Tsukimichi, but like, but
Nah,
there's
like-
so much growth. You spend a journey with this fucking man. All right, he's a man now. You started with a boy, an infant, and now he's a man. All right, he's him. All right, he learned from his past mistakes and doesn't want to see his sister go through the same thing. What does he do? Fucking tells it straight to her, and everything's all right.
To be fair, I was watching it and it did like that. That episode honestly almost brought me to like tears. Because it was like a really good, powerful episode. It was like great for developing his character, and like I was watching it and I was like thinking to myself in the back of my head, I'm like, I'm pretty sure last week I kind of whinged about the fact I'm like, it feels like it's getting real slow and nothing's happening. I was like, so I feel like a dick if I go in now being like, nah, this week though, fucking incredible. Because I'm like, after all
I
the
mean-
bitching.
But that's literally what I said. I said this shit last week. I said this is like a little intermission, and then shit's gonna fucking hit the fan. Actually, next episode it will hit the fan. But like this is like a little character development. You know, this is building that we need. And then he's gonna go back on his word in the next episode. But that's a spoiler.
But I mean, to be fair, I liked it. I did kind of like, I appreciated. It was the first time he had ever considered, kind of, or you were at least kind of given him thinking of his family from his previous life. Like,
Yeah,
it's the
we
first
haven't
time we
got
get anything
much-
of that.
Yeah, we haven't really got much backstory in the past season. Like, I don't think we got any last season.
I don't.
It was very much an in-world issue that really had no problems in real life. But I just really like how everything is done in this episode. In the manga, in the manga, it's pretty close to this. There are some changes, and I've noticed that while reading the manga, it's a little bit different from how things are in the anime. But I think the anime makes it more sense. It makes it more sense, and I just fucking love this shit, man. It's so good, man. I fucking hate all these fucking Mushoku Tensei haters, because they're still battering this anime, and I'm like, you guys are fucking clowns. You don't know what true peakness is.
See, I'm of the mind, if you if you don't like the show, and like you are just one of those fucking like people who just bash the show for the sake of fucking bashing it because you don't like certain concepts, or like the one that always gripes me is the people who dislike the whole, he's like a 50-year-old man trying to seduce children, he's a pedo. It's like, fucking grow up.
That shit's whack.
It pisses
it's
me off.
fucking
I'm
whack.
like, if you don't like the show, that's fine. Not everyone's gonna like a fucking fantasy isekai. That's fine. But like, don't like it because it's just not a show for you. Don't fucking find an issue with a show that it just doesn't have. Like, it doesn't have this issue. Like, I appreciate he still considers himself in occasion, like, to his now mental age. But like, it's a stupid fucking hang up to have with a cartoon, for fuck's sake.
I know.
Because all the people who fucking hate it.
I've said the same argument. For years. I've literally have said this for 3 years straight on my own channel, dead channel by the way. Not every anime is meant for everyone, alright? Your niche might be fucking shonen, turn off your brain, Dragon Ball Z, you know, fucking Super Saiyan 2, Cell, Kamehameha, come in your face. You don't have to like harems, you don't have to like shoujo, you don't have to like isekai. But there is a limit to not liking something and hating something that you haven't even watched, that you don't even have an opinion on. Because I don't think people realize how disingenuous it can be to people that make this show and make a good show but feel bad because people aren't liking it, or like not everyone's liking it and going after it, which sucks because Mushoku Tensei is the best isekai. Alright? This season will be the best season that we will get. I'm guaranteeing that now because I know where this shit is heading now, thanks to the end of this episode, Turning Point 3. You know when shit gets real, when it's Turning Point 3. Alright, we've had two fucking turning points. Like, we had a mass teleporting, and then we had, what was the second one?
That was when he met Orsted.
Yeah, when he fucking got fucking murked off.
When we lost our Rudius for a minute.
Yeah, for a minute. And then, dude, this turning point is the best turning point because nothing fucking happens, basically. He gets told information, and it's the events preceding that are basically the turning point. And it's just, I don't know, I fuck with it. Alright, I fuck with it. So many times when we've seen Turning Point, something bad happens because, you know, from past. But then this is like a more internal turning point. This is an emotional turning point, and I'm like, you know what? Props to the fucking light novel author. This man knows how to fucking write a story. Alright? And I fucking love this shit. I could geek out about Tensei for ages, and I literally have. It's now been fucking 9 minutes about me talking about this shit, man.
No,
I just love this shit, man.
It is sound.
I fucking love this shit.
There is passion in what you're saying, and I get it. It is such a fucking good show. Like, it is a really good show, and not like Slime good show. Like, this is a legitimate good show.
Slime is mid compared to this.
Mushoku Tensei is. I mean, it's considered like what, the grandfather of isekai, because it's the fucking best. It's the one that you want to get all your lessons from. If you want to make a good isekai, that's the fucking one.
It's the first one. Like, in terms of like when it came out in like light novel or like manga or whatever the fuck came first, it was the first.
Yeah.
And I've said this in my own video. it shows. It has the basics of like isekai, it has truckun and all that, but it feels more organic. It feels more like emotional. There's weight behind the events that happen in this show. Whereas other shows, they sort of like mock it. Especially recently. Like, I know that we talked about what was that fucking girl show that we talked about? Fucking
Oh fuck.
I was asked not to be the strongest, but something like that. That
Yeah.
mocked that was a bit of a parody of like the isekai.
In my next life, make my abilities average.
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
And then that was it's basically treated as a parody like the whole time, which is fine, and we enjoy that show. But you need shows that actually show the true appreciation of what being reincarnated in another world can be like. Slime does it really well. Mushoku Tensei founded it, fucking mastered it, and is the best at it. Period.
Yeah. To be fair, I quite like, even in Mushoku Tensei as well, though, that it at least acknowledges, for some people, that could actually be a true nightmare. Like, the whole Nanahoshi angle is...
Oh my god, man.
Like, this is the worst thing that could have happened, in her opinion. Like, this is hell on earth.
Yeah, because Slime also kind of did that as well. Because, when... I don't know, like, Shino... She didn't want to be there. She was summoned, like, out of her own free will, and then just had to stay there. And then some of the other people also want to go back, but Rimuru doesn't. And it's the same thing with Rudius. He doesn't want to go back. But then Nanahoshi has this emotional breakdown that you just cannot help but feel so, like, distraught over for this girl who just doesn't like this world at all. Rudius has become attuned to it because he was born into it. And it's different for Nanahoshi, where she had a life, was teleported, and it's there.
Yeah.
And it's such a good juxtaposition as well. Like, this guy knows what he's fucking doing, and people just don't understand that sometimes, and it really fucking annoys me.
To be fair, I think it gripes me a lot that, like, people just seem to not be able to also separate, like, the art from the artist at times. And it's like, so you give grief to the guy who made this, being like, well, it's a bit creepy that you've done stuff like this, and it's like, separate his work from him. Firstly, it's not his thing.
Yeah,
he's not a pedophile.
I had a problem with some of the stuff that he did do in the anime, or like what he wrote, or whatever the fuck you want to say. Some of the things are flat out weird, you know. Rudius is a fucking degenerate. But that's like him going through, like, it's like childhood angst, basically. Like, you're like so overjoyed about getting a second chance. Like, you feel an obligation to muck around. Because you're just like, heh, I'm in another world. Fuck you guys. I'm living my best life. And then you get emotional maturity throughout the show. And that's what I fucking love about this shit. Rudius is such a different person from the start to where he is now. And it's like, it's evident because of this last episode.
See, yeah, no, like, I'd say that's like the whole reason, though, he's a bit of a fucking degenerate at the start. Is like, that's kind of the beauty of why he was written as a degenerate, is so that you can watch a guy who was like he was a degenerate in his own fucking previous life. Like, he was literally kicked out because instead of going to his parents' funeral, he decided he'd just rub one out. So it's like, he was a fucking degenerate of a human being. Like, you're not meant to really like him. Like, the person he was isn't a good person. This isn't our hero. This isn't a good person. So when he comes to this new world and he's still a bit of a sexual deviant and degenerate, it's like, well, that's 30 odd years of bad habits learned, because that's what he is. But it's like, you now see him 16 years on through all this lovely growth he's gone through, and it's like, no, like, the man's experienced like true pain, and like, and with this episode with Norn, like, he is working as hard as he can to not see someone else end up like that. Like, he sees that he wasn't good.
Yeah, and then like, and then you get such constant development throughout season 1, like, with his talks like Man God and all that shit, and it's just so good, man. It's fucking delicious. It's delicious content.
I think it's the fact that it doesn't feel predictable. Like, I know you're reading it, so you know what will happen in, like, the anime. But I assume even with the manga,
I
know
what will happen in the next 2 seasons.
Jeez, man's really into this. But, like, it's one of those where, like...
out of my own free will.
It's not like you're going to be reading it and being like, oh, this is obviously about to be, like, this very obvious fucking plot, like, line that we're going to go down like every other fucking show does. Which is why it's so good to watch, because, like... You don't really know what's going to happen on it. It's kind of like, what's his name? Bodyguardy. It's like Bodyguardy shows up and, like, I was like, oh shit, are we about to witness, like, an actual fight in this season kind of thing? And then it's like, boom, one shot, done. I like you, friend. Yeah. And you're like, all right, that was a bit of a curveball.
The one thing that I do have to give praise about recently is that it very subverts your expectations. And I feel like that's what this season does very well, and you will see that in the next episode. It subverts your expectations, because when you, like I said before, when you associate Turning Point with other events that happen in the show, it's a bad thing. But this turning event is actually kind of a good thing, but bad thing in disguise. Oh my God. I won't spoil it, but it is a good thing.
Eris Kun returns.
No, that's next season.
Yeah.
I just know people will love this season, and Mushoku Tensei fans are eating this shit up on Twitter. I have never seen such a positive response to an anime on my timeline in so long, and this shit is just soaking it all up, man. And I don't fucking get why this show is lower rated than Slime currently on Live Chart. It is a fucking disservice to this fucking platform and society, and I am very sad.
See, I honestly, I think what kind of gripes me with it is that it's so low, even on, like, my anime list, compared to a show like Frieren. And, like, I liked Frieren. Frieren, good show. Frieren, very
Mushoku
good
Tensei
show.
is better.
But Mushoku Tensei definitely fucking, like, it's better than Frieren. Like, I still say Frieren is a top 10. Like, it's up there. But, like, wherever the fuck it goes on that list, Mushoku Tensei is fucking quite a bit higher.
It needs to be close, and I 100% guarantee you we are going to see this season of Mushoku Tensei in the top 50 on Mal.
Oh, it fucking,
because
I want to see it in the top
the way
20
the way
least.
that events are lining up right now, fucking star signs right now, right here. I'm telling you, Hugo, this shit is going to hit the fan. People will love this show and get on its shit. All right, when they hear what is about to happen in the next episode. And I want to tell this, but I don't want to ruin it. You're about to witness cinema.
I am looking forward to it. Like, part of me is kind of like, I want to rewatch Turning Point 1 and 2 so I can just kind of be ready for
It's
Turning
nothing
Point
like
3,
Turning Point 1 or 2. It is nothing like either one of them. Nothing at all. I think we get, like, 2 more turning points. There's a Turning Point 4. I know that, but I don't know if there's a Turning Point 5.
Maybe the final like episode will be called, like, Turning Point 10 though. By the time it all ends.
The turn has been turned.
To be fair,
turning has stopped.
It's one of those where, like, I did also like the fact that in it he does. I think it's like the very last line in it from the. It might even be the very last line from the episode, which is like when he says, "I might ask Nanahoshi if she can go back to just give my brother a message."
Yeah,
just
that is the last one.
Yeah, and it's like I honestly I actually really liked that because it was the fact that I had thought about it. I'm like, in watching it, and she's like, "But don't you want to go back?" And I'm like, "But don't you want to at least say to your family, like, sorry? Like, it's been 20 years nearly, like, well, at least 20 years for you. Fuck knows how long it's been for them, really. But that
20 minutes.
That I hope if they do ever send, like, Nanahoshi home, that they at least let us know how long it's been for them.
I don't think we get any more updates about her.
That's kind of upsetting. Like, I don't need to know that she goes off and lives a good life.
To be honest, I would fuck with
yeah,
a
but
cover
like, I would
story
like
about
to. I'd like to just know that she goes home and it's like, oh, it's actually only been like 2 weeks for
I
her,
don't.
kind of thing.
I don't
Like,
want to
'cause
spoil it, but
otherwise-
I don't think she's that relevant later on in the story. But I can't spoil it because I don't want to spoil it for you.
I mean, I would assume she's got to have some relevance if she was with fucking Orsted for however long, however many years it was that she was traveling around with him.
Like, yeah, she's around, but like even in the later chapters, she's like, she's not really there that much.
Ah, that's a bit of a shame.
I don't know. It's been forever, and I'm like rereading it now. So.
I hope you've just not realised that she's
Bitch, I'm
been
not
there all the
I'm not
time.
waiting for a third season of this. I'm going straight back into it. What I'm also very surprised about is that the manga is like very close to where the anime is, by the way. Like, we are 3 episodes, like minimum 3 episodes of where the manga is currently let off. Like chapter 100 it is. And like chapter 100 is going to be like episode 2. Like 2 more episodes from now, so like episode 8.
Oof. So that means that you're gonna have to start reading the light novels to get ahead.
Yeah, and I fucking hate reading the light novels.
That's why they're still
Because
sat in
it's
my
so
Amazon basket.
boring. It's so boring because I've already read it before.
See, and that's
But yeah,
why.
like I fucking love Mushoku Tensei. People give it such a bad rap, and it's evolved. This show has evolved, man. It's not the kiddie, stupid, pervy shit that it was before. It hasn't evolved into a mature show that deals with real life shit that people can relate to, and people are still joking about this shit, and I'm not gonna get into it.
To be fair, yeah, no, I
We've
haven't
been
really
talking
thought
about
the
this
fact
show for
it's
20
lacking
minutes.
perv. That's fine. To be honest, I don't know if you've looked at the channel recently, but I put up that stupid clip about how I think Luke is the greatest character. Because really, without him, the plot wouldn't go on. Like, that clip just randomly has like popped off for some reason.
Luke is the best part of fucking Mushoku Tensei.
100%.
Oh,
Just
it has.
randomly
That's
popped
weird.
off. Like,
Luke is
yeah,
the
it's
real
so
hero
fucking...
of Mushoku Tensei.
Yeah.
People are probably looking for like a deep analysis of why like Luke was like the one hero of all of Mushoku Tensei, and there's a shitty 1 minute and 22-second clip of you going off about how you have a bromance with him.
No, I'm just saying, you know, if a man fixed your dick at the cost of, like, you know, a house and home, that's a hero. The best hero, in fact. And he does all the other good things. He's a good man. I really like Luke. All right, like, he's a good man. But no, like, with Rudius and his like pervy shit. Honestly, I kind of forgot that he's even a bit of a perv anymore, because this season really hasn't had it. Like,
no, because he's matured and gotten married, so
Yeah.
there's no real excuse. He's had like opportunities to be perv even within this season, but he hasn't. Like, he actually
well, it's like,
frowned upon those two girls for stealing all the fucking panties and stuff.
yeah.
2 seasons ago, this man would be all over that shit, but he's not.
I was gonna say, he'd have been changing his religion, right? He'd have been fucking like getting a new deity box and everything. But you know,
Yeah, he wouldn't have a deity box, he had a deity wardrobe.
fucking deity house.
Fucking deity trunk of like...
Honestly, you
fucking
see that house he's living in now. Half of that would just be fucking deity.
the walls and stuff, it's not actually like, fuck, what's the word
He'd call
called?
it like the Womanizer West Wing. It's not wallpaper, it's just fucking panties.
But yeah, fucking love Mushoku Tensei,
Yeah,
man.
no, but I'd say
So-
though, for like all of the
it's-
second season, he hasn't because like obviously he was going through his fucking impotency issues anyway, but like
Yeah.
the pervious thing I think we really got in the entirety of the second season out of Rudius was like him groping Lenia, and that was just to see if he could give him a hard on, like.
Yeah, it was for research. All right, don't misinform our viewers.
Yeah.
It was for research.
That's science. We should put a disclaimer: don't go groping tits and claiming it for science. You won't get away with it.
Yeah, that won't cure your impotence.
Yeah, it also probably won't help with that either.
But yeah, I think there's no doubt, even with Demon Slayer coming out in a couple of days, there's just no competition. I didn't even finish last season of Demon Slayer. This shit, Demon Slayer fans will hop over to this crap when shit hits the fan. And I'm really hoping it does, because this shit deserves it.
I work with a big Demon Slayer fan, and like he asked me yesterday, like, oh, you been watching any anime? And I said only Mushoku Tensei, really? And he was like, Mushoku what? And I was like, Jobless Reincarnation. He went, Jobless what?
You did not just say that in my fucking presence, you impotent dumbass.
He was like,
how dare you?
I was just there like, what the fuck do you mean what? And he was like, well, yeah. I was like, I'm watching one of the best animes. He was like, well, Demon Slayer comes out this week, obviously. And I was like, Demon Slayer can suck it, all right? Like, this show, all right? This fucking show. I've been telling him for like a year and a half now to just fucking watch it. I'm like, just sit down and watch it.
You can't.
Fucking best.
You'd have to get him to watch like any other show, then another one, and then Mushoku Tensei.
Nah.
Like, get him watched to like fucking even like Jujutsu Kaisen.
No, he has watched Jujutsu
highly
Kaisen.
rate. Okay, then that's fine. I highly rank people that watch Jujutsu Kaisen over Demon Slayer, because I'm just gonna say it. Demon Slayer fucking sucks. Alright? It is carried by its animation. I don't give a fuck about the plot. I don't even know what the plot is anymore. Whether or not they've progressed it in any way, sort of fashion. But this shit is just whacked. They just introduced villains.
Let me quickly give you the most important reminder. You may have forgotten that Tanjiro's family's dead. So once you've remembered that...
Oh, now I remember. Thanks, that Sherlock Holmes. That's not what I fucking mean.
Well, that's about the fucking plot. His family's dead. I don't understand what's happening after that.
I want to know what the fuck he's doing, because right now he's fucking jerking off, trying to get his sword remade.
No, he's got his sword remade.
And everywhere he goes, he just so happens to find one of the higher-ranking demons. And I'm like, well, what a coincidence.
Well, now...
But I can't say that.
Because they're looking for him.
Oh, so the plot's going to come to him now.
Yeah, it's going to be easier.
Now we're really spicing things up. Put up the Squidward meme of, like, daring today, aren't we?
No, I think literally it's going to be like, they are now coming for him, because, like, the whole, what's her name, Nezuko can fucking stand in sunlight and is therefore the most important demon to ever exist, or some shit like that. So, like, now they have to hunt her down to get hold of her to be able to do the same or some shit. I don't know. I just remember the Tanjiro's family died and that he got sword. Honestly, of all the characters in
that's
it,
all I know.
it's the swordsmith. I like the swordsmith. I'm there for that guy.
He's
I
a
like
true
him.
hero.
I mean, if you've watched the episode where like they're fucking like beating the shit out of him and he's still sharpening the blade, like, yeah, nah, he is the real hero. Tanjiro couldn't get through that.
Tanjiro can suck my dick. Anyway, let's go on to a different annoying spiky-head protagonist, because that anime's not even out yet. MHA, Season 7.
So, it's fucking awesome. It is so fucking awesome.
It is surprisingly good how well I've adapted back into the show. Because I skipped the fuck out of this show and watched the final arc, and that was it. I was kind of, yep, I've caught up now. I know what's going on. Went into this, had no fucking idea what was going on. That was great.
I mean,
But there was a little bit
yeah,
of
'cause
context,
the first-
like, because apparently Shigaraki is just like what 3 people.
two people.
But there's like a
So
third
he's-
person. Like, who's that?
No, so he's yeah, because you've not watched it, so you don't get it. So essentially, what it is you have Tomura Shigaraki. That's the big bad
Yeah.
guy we know.
Yeah.
Then you
And
have
then All For One's
Tenko
in there.
Yeah, so you have All For One, who I don't know how much of it you had seen. So he's been given all of All For One's quirks, because All For One knew that in giving him all his quirks, a piece of him essentially transfers with them. So he understands that the same happens inside of One For All. So that's why he knows that's how he understands he has to take it with like pure force of might kind of thing, because it is a willpower kind of game. So you've got him in there, but Tenko Shimura is Tomura Shigaraki, but Tenko Shimura was his name before he murdered his parents he murdered his dog, then his sister, then his mum, then his grandparents, and then his dad. But like in his monologues about it, he's always kind of said like when it first happened to his dog and his sister, he thought it was a villain attack, and then it's like a whole but when my mum got taken, I realized it might have been something wrong kind of thing. And then when his dad tried to stop him, he like hit him with a broom, but he was like, but when I killed my dad, I fucking knew it was me. Like, I killed my dad. I was proud of myself. It's because I've not read like any of the source material, but I know a lot of it because people fucking yammer it at me all the time. And it's like, I know that One For All found Shigaraki before all this happened, because they were pretty sure Shigaraki was like quirkless. But his quirk started to manifest after he one day got found by All For One, who then brought him home to his parents, and then decay started to like manifest in its weird way of him itching and all that shit. So like that's the whole thing, is like he's kind of like he forgot all about his life as Tenko Shimura until very recently, when all this kind of fighting started and all that shit. And it's now a thing of inside his head, he doesn't know who he truly is anymore. Is he All For One? Is he Tomura Shigaraki?
Bro's got fucking multiple personalities.
Yeah, well, he had two of his own, and then some other guy fucking crammed his way in there somehow. So
I know, what a fucking dickhead.
That's
fucking
like
getting
the
up
thing
all in
is,
his business.
It's really weird because like you see him refer to him as him, like, well, you see like fucking All For One refer to Shigaraki as him, like he's just like other me.
Right.
Because he's still
That's
alive, so
confusing.
like he's now living in a weird like, yeah, it's kind of one of those where like, I'm assuming obviously when the second and third episodes come out, we'll get a bit more understanding as to how he's viewing himself in this world. But it is a thing.
He comes
of like,
out as non-binary.
well, he can't be binary. There's fucking two of him. But it's just, it is a bit weird because like, as well, I don't understand it yet. All For One doesn't have his original powers. He has like duplicate versions of his quirks instilled in him, and then Shigaraki has all his original quirks. So I don't know if like the copied quirks come at the effect of, they're only like half as useful though, or what, because we haven't really seen him use them. Or we have, when he beat All Might, he had like half his quirk set essentially, because he had already done this transfer so that Shigaraki could take the power. But I assume that like the powers are almost equal, because no one has suggested that they aren't scalable or like that they scale differently. So
Nice.
yeah, but let's be real here, because you have watched it, the Stars and Stripes fight.
I thought it was good. I think her power set is very unique, and it was not what I thought it would be, to be honest, because she looked like the woman version of All Might, but patriotic, you know. But you know, it was good, and it's different as well, which is kind of ironic because she based her whole personality and like her appearance off All Might because he saved her once, and it's like, oh, that's cool, whatever. But then she has such a like, it's so like it's like different. It's vastly different to what All Might's is, because All Might is just like, oh, I get stronger and bigger. And then she has the ability of, like, to fucking break the laws of physics.
Yeah, she is a fucking monster, realistically. Like,
she has the potential of being like the most broken character in the entire show.
Yeah, and like, I see why All For One was like, yeah, no, I need that power. Because I'm like, yeah, no, that's OP.
Because that fucking, just touching, like, her just being in the same vicinity, you're just fucked. Like, if she was bloodthirsting for him, he'd already be dead. Like, this is just
I wondered this, because when she did it, I was like, well, I have one issue with like, her power, is that they've not explained where its upper limits are. She says it's essentially, I touch something and I can bestow a rule to it.
Yeah.
So why couldn't she just remove the oxygen from Shigaraki's fucking lungs all the way in America by clapping? Like, why couldn't she just go with all the air inside of Shigaraki's lungs gone?
Because she had to touch him first.
No, but she doesn't have to touch him because she can manipulate the air by just touching the air. So why couldn't she just do her, like, vacuum cube outside, like without being anywhere near them?
I don't know.
Like, how
maybe
fucking
it could
powerful is
it could
this
be a
broken
vicinity.
hero?
It could be a vicinity thing. Like, she has to be like relatively close, you know, like some dumb MacGuffin shit. Because a lot of powers do have like their drawbacks and stuff. And she's not like All For One or anything. Like, it's not like unlimited potential. You know, but that's the thing, like, with all heroes. All heroes have their drawbacks with like what they have.
When you can break physics, I think your potential's pretty unlimited at that point.
Her ability actually reminds me a lot of Accelerator's ability from Index. Do you know Index?
No.
Oh, you are missing out. Basically dead franchise right now, but it was fucking heat. Accelerator's ability was like controlling vectors, so he could like control anything.
I've seen something of that because I feel like I've seen a clip of someone who had like vector control power or something. I was like,
yeah, like he has white hair and like black and white striped top and stuff.
I think I have seen a clip of it.
Dude had literally the most broken set. He was like the #1 fucking user in that world. Then he got fucking shot. And now has a bootleg version, so that's great. But like he was just so fucking broken, and that has the capabilities of being very like reminiscent of Stars and Stripes. Like, she could go hams with like the capabilities of her powers.
Yeah, I mean,
like she could create like storm clouds and like manipulate lightning.
Yeah, like, I'm hoping obviously she doesn't immediately get like fucking powers taken away from her or some bullshit like that.
No, that'd be lame as fuck. You can't tease a character at the end of a season, have it in this season as the first big fight, and then just go like, nah, she's gone forever. She's quirkless.
I'm gonna warn the world now. If I ever get the ability to get a fucking anime made, expect that from me every fucking time I do it.
No, that's fucking lame.
No, that's how you hurt people. You just introduce them and be like, oh my god, she's fucking powerful as shit, and then 2 episodes later, yeah, nah, she's gone now.
No, that's
fucking
lame.
That
happens all the fucking time. All the fucking time, and I'm sick of it. I'm gonna bring it up again. One Piece didn't kill a character until like 500 episodes later.
That's quality.
I think it was like 460. Fuck off. It's not quick. You invest so much time and fucking love into characters, and then they just kill them out of nowhere. No one died. then someone did.
Yeah, that's how I felt about Goku when they tried to make Gohan the main character of Dragon Ball Z.
I mean, it could have worked if he wasn't such a pussy bitch. Wanted to fucking get a fucking diploma. What a fucking weirdo.
Wants to be a doctor.
He's not even a doctor. He fucking studies butterflies or whatever the fuck he does.
He's got a PhD.
He's also got no fucking D. You know what that D is? Determination. Some other people would think otherwise, but anyway.
That's a lesson.
But yeah,
you teach us.
Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised about how MHA is. It's definitely a show that I will continue watching. I'm still very confused why it didn't come out with the rest of the shows, but you know, that's fine. It's whatever. It wants to be different. It's cool.
Yeah.
Are you watching any other shows?
I'd be meaning to. Like, I'm just trying to think. I've watched like a bit of Tonbo, but I just didn't finish it because I was just quite busy and ended up like having to do a load of extra shit that took me out of the enjoyment of being able to watch a sub show. So, like I said, unfortunately, honestly, this week I don't think I've been able to watch loads. Like, don't get me wrong, it is my fault. I decided to rewatch like My Hero and Jujutsu Kaisen fights more than anything, but I don't know why. I was just in a Jujutsu Kaisen kind of fighting mood.
Oh, goodness. I watched two shows. There's two more shows that I did watch. One was Date Alive. Shit was fucking sleep. Did a flashback. Giving us backstory on shit that I probably could have deduced in my sleep. That's probably what I did because I fell asleep halfway through. Because it like the previous episode ended off in such a like really disturbing way. Like it was very out of pocket, sort of gruesome way. Do you want me to spoil it?
Yeah, go for it. I'm not too
right.
like
spoiler warning. Spoiler warning for Date Alive, or if any fucking soul Date Alive. Basically, a person comes out of a fucking girl's body, and there's blood everywhere.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fucking tasty.
Like one of those chest alien scenes? Or...
Yeah, fucking alien right there. It was literally what I reminded myself of. I was going like, am I watching fucking Covenant right now or some shit? I'm in the wrong fucking theater. And then it just did a flashback episode. I'm like, alright, that's just not how you anime right there. That's kind of fucking weak, man. So that was a bit disappointing. But I did watch something new.
Oh?
That's right. Full Animix watched something that he originally planned to watch and is actually going through with it. Not because I was bored one day and didn't have anything else to do. But it's Many Sides of Voice Actor Radio. And it was a show that I initially wanted to watch. But didn't really want to at the start because I wanted to get a few episodes in. I watched 2. And it's cute. It's a cute show. Apparently they're gonna get together because I just now realized it's called Girls Love. So thanks for spoiling that for me. That was great.
Thanks,
and it's basically
genre.
about two. Did you say thanks, China?
No, thanks, genre.
Oh,
God, you've
thanks,
been watching
genre
too much
tags.
ABC, haven't you?
No.
China.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, the China fear, mate. I get it on my fucking YouTube all the time. Just ABC videos being like, China, the dangers that they are
That's
to
all
us.
you, man. That's not me. But yeah, it's about two idols that are super popular, but they also coincidentally go on the same school, but they have to hide their identities because they're very self-conscious about how they appear and don't want to attract too many fans. All of a sudden, they're introduced to each other, and guess what? They don't like each other. Then they're introduced in the idol scenario, and they still don't like each other, but they have to work together. That's basically it. And it was alright, you know. It was something that I initially wanted to watch because there's this voice acting anime that I fucking love. And do you want to know why?
Go on.
Because the sub has fucking Goku in it. The voice actor for Goku is just there screaming her ass off on like non-Dragon Ball Z IPs and gives fucking insightly advice to the main character. And I'm like, okay. This show is catering to all the Japanese fans that know all their names and stuff, and I'm like, I'm here for this. And I think Dio's there as well. I can't remember. But there's a lot of famous actors, voice actors in that show. And I think it's just called like Saiyan voice acting or something. Or like Saiyan something, I don't know. But like it's like girls voice acting, cute girls voice acting and stuff, and then you get a bunch of popular voice actors, and it's really cool. And that's why I wanted to watch this show.
Well, I mean,
because of voice acting and stuff.
I have got it on my list of shows to watch. Like I did want to
let me quickly find it.
To be fair, whilst you're trying to find it, can I bring up something a bit off topic, just because I've just remembered it as I've looked at my phone. Can we talk about how fucking degenerate Frieren fans seem to fucking be? Because I've got a fucking problem with this now, alright? Because this is starting to bother me, alright? Every fucking day, guys, I'm opening up my anime list to just, have a scroll through, see if there's anything new that I want to hear about a show I like. And every fucking day, without fail, I don't know what the obsession is in this fan base, if it's a My Anime List specific group or something, but every day I have to read something about how attractive fucking Ubel is. She was in like 5 fucking episodes for one. I don't give that much of a shit. The weirdest one, I actually think I wanted to bring this up on like our 2nd episode and just completely forgot at the time. The weirdest one was just that someone randomly posted up one day, doesn't Ubel have like the sexiest armpits? You people are fucking degenerates, right? If you are one of these people, right, that just lives on My Anime List wanking about Ubel, please go and seek medical advice. Someone needs to help you.
Get off my timeline.
Like, there is something wrong if you're just there like, yeah, nah, I would nut over those armpits. It's like, it's a fucking cartoon. It's 3 lines and some shading. Oh, bro.
All right, I found the show. It's
Good,
Seiyu's Life. Seiyu's Life. It's like voice acting life, and it's just these cute girls doing voice acting and stuff. And they have fucking Masako, what's her name? Masako Nozawa in the show as herself, just voice acting.
But I mean, is that not the best thing you could ever ask for?
It is the best thing. That's what I'm saying. The show is so slept on as well. Just have such a bunch of good actresses in the show, just playing themselves, and this is just really funny.
Is that all you've been watching this week?
I think that is everything.
See, we've both had a very, very weak week of anime. We're not good at being weebs.
Well, I've had a very normal week. You've had a very slack week. All right.
I'd say your
get
weeks
things
are
mixed up.
always
Don't
weak.
put words in my fucking mouth. All right. This is a very normal standard week for me, and I just so happened to pick up this episode while you're just here jacking off and doing nothing.
Well, with all the Ubel chat, what else do you want me to do with me hands? Honestly, I mean, I will say I'm literally just scrolling through at the moment to see, like, I've realised I need to fucking catch up because, like, more episodes of, what's it called, Spice and Wolf have come out. So, like, I'm now, like, 2 episodes behind on that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, what?
Your boy Coming movie came out. Oh, I gotta watch that. You need... Oh, wait, no, it's a compilation of anime and newly added stuff. Actually, you could probably just watch that and like catch up on Coming. Coming is actually, fuck Mushoku Tensei. Your boy Coming is the best isekai.
I've not watched it, and I'm kind of just sat here like, I don't know if we can say fuck Mushoku Tensei.
Do you want me to
after
tell
half
you
an
what it's
hour.
about? You want me to tell you what it's about?
Tell me why I should watch this show.
It's about a Chinese tactician. All right, let me get it up. Coming earned a reputation as one of the greatest tacticians in the Three Kingdoms dynasty during 3rd century China. Having led his army through countries, grueling victories, Coming falls gravely ill during the battle of so-and-so. He's then reincarnated into the current era where he has to help a pop idol named Aiko and uses his tactics in the modern world in order to get her to gain popularity. And it is the greatest show ever. It's so good. 12 episodes. 12 episodes. You can knock that out in a day. And
I can knock that out later.
You will consume what is a fucking masterpiece. And the opening, man. Holy shit. The fucking opening. You will love it, man. You'll fucking love it. So good.
I mean, I will happily give it a go. That does sound pretty fucking funny. And like, look, I watch a lot of like weird trashy shit, so I can't pretend like it's a show I'm above. So
it's so funny. It's so good. But you also get good character moments.
To be fair, I'll probably try and watch it in the next week before the next episode, because
I highly recommend that you do, because I felt so alienated when I was on the other podcast that I was on, and they were fucking gushing over this shit. I'm like, I didn't watch this. You guys didn't tell me to watch it. And then I watched it. I'm like, oh, fuck you guys. You made me miss out on a masterpiece. I gave it a 10 out of 10.
Oh my god.
I'm part of the reason why it's an 8.4. 8.14 on Mao.
It's
so good. That's your homework. Your homework is to watch Coming, and then we can talk about it.
I will try and watch. To be fair, like I am looking at my list right now, and I'm like, there are shows that I'm just probably not gonna give much more time to.
Fuck all of them. The shows that you're not even gonna consider, fuck them. You're putting this at the top.
Well, I was like, I'm just looking, and I'm like, to be honest, I'm gonna watch like the second episode of Tadima Okaeri, and if it doesn't like immediately fucking change up the pacing from the first episode, and it doesn't just feel like a lot of beta-verse weird shit that I just don't have an interest in, that's dropped, unfortunately, which breaks my heart. Can't believe I'll have to drop it, but it is only rated a 4 on my fucking anime list at the moment anyway, so it ain't doing
Maybe
well.
It's not worth it.
It ain't
it's
doing well in the rankings for me.
It's not worth it.
Honestly, like, I think I started the 4th episode of Konosuba and was kind of like, maybe I'll try again later, because I just wasn't that into it, which is a real shame. Like, I like Konosuba, just wasn't that into it. So like,
let me guess. It was just the same shit that you've seen before.
It felt the same as other episodes, honestly, from what I watched of it.
It's almost like someone did say that initially before. Can you remember who that was again?
Oh, Jesus, I think.
Can anyone remember who said that? Do any of you guys know? It was me? No. Get out of town. Fuck off.
Did your parents not teach you?
Literally said this shit from day one, man.
Did your parents not teach you to treat your elders with some fucking respect here, man?
No, fuck off. Literally said it before.
No,
if it doesn't change up what it does, it's not going to be sustainable, because in this current world, in this kind of current generation, people have the attention span of a fucking toothpick.
I mean, I've given it 4 episodes. I think it's had more than enough time to try and give me a reason to pay attention.
That's also the same amount of times that you can break a toothpick. 4 times, 1 1/2, and then the two halves. That's it.
God, I can see that uni education's really paying off for you.
Depends how long the toothpick is.
Definitely paying off. Yeah, so I fear I'm at risk of maybe dropping Konosuba as well. So I'm going to be freeing up my anime watching soon. I'm not dropping Tonbo though. I actually really like Tonbo. That little golfing anime's got
It's not worth talking about, but I guess that's good.
It's because I haven't watched any more since we last spoke about it. I'm just going to leave it to get a few more episodes up again, and then I'll just binge through them. But it's a good little golfing anime, you know?
Yeah. I enjoyed taking lead this episode. It was very fun.
Yeah,
definitely worth. I like talking about Mushoku Tensei for 25 minutes. That was also really good.
Honestly, I fear that this is what the podcast might be for like 24-ish episodes.
Just upload the entire clip of us just like talking about Mushoku Tensei and just make that a fucking clip.
I will. I'll make it a clip. I'll probably honestly, I'm gonna cash in on this Mushoku Tensei like fandom that's kicking off now. It's coming out. We just everything on the channel's gonna be rebranded to Mushoku Tensei. I'm gonna change all of the fucking clips.
The weekly Tensei podcast. That's it. Boom.
There we go.
The Mushoku Tensei podcast. There we go. That's fucking awful.
We'll call it Mushoku News or something. Total Mushoku News time.
A current Tensei affairs. Breaking news. Part 6 has been delayed.
Meanwhile, on the demon continent, just cuts to fucking Rujin poking a fire.
It's just like, and then it's just like fucking Roxy's family just chilling out, having tea.
Yeah, they're just sitting in their little shell houses. Oh, fuck it.
In our universe. But I think that would do it for this episode. We fucking
before we fall into a Mushoku Tensei fucking hole again. Do you know what? K-holes are probably easier to climb out than the Mushoku Tensei pit that we fucking dug into.
I started making that very self-righteous joke.
But thank you everyone for watching this episode. Let us know what you like down below. Drop a like, subscribe if you're still here, if you've managed to put up with our shit for this long. And anything you want to say, Jacob?
Make sure you watch Mushoku Tensei and also tune in to our Spotify and YouTube because we are doing that shit apparently. I wouldn't know. And make sure you check back again in a week when we have decided to record again.
Stop that.
Well, this could be the last time, depending if we recover.
We can come out the Mushoku Tensei pit.